Yeah.
Take her hat off.
Uh-oh.
See, as it turns out, I turn off the lights and I do glow.
You do, in fact.
Yeah.
Here, I'll help you shine a little bit.
Yeah.
Now we can see.
Yeah, you can still kind of barely see you, but you can definitely. I create my own light. I thought it'd be enough, but it's a little dark outside, so we got thunderstorms and whatever else. So yeah, no, that's awful.
Yeah, that was
That's pretty bad. This is going to be annoying, but
that's not terrible.
actually, yeah,
That's pretty good.
that works out okay.
Yeah. Good morning.
Blinding to us.
Blinding me with science.
All right,
Sorry.
so we need the short one, specifically the young short one.
Braylon, come here.
Yep. Go hop on.
Come here.
So we'll give people a few minutes to filter in here and for my eyes to look like I'm awake.
Say good morning.
This is Ray Ray.
This is my mini me. For those that don't know her,
So
we've got a mini surprise for her here.
mini me.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, so while people are still kind of filtering in here, if you're watching this after the fact, when we went to Syracuse for nationals in 2017, we went to one of the malls and they had this. I can't remember where we ended up. I think it was like an old Chicago or something like that.
Yeah.
They had a big candy store, and I was going to bring Tanner something back because this was 4 years ago. He was 14, and so stepson is graduating tomorrow, by the way. So
Congrats on that, by the way.
kid free. He wasn't really like having a kid anyway. He was, I think he's more mature than both of us.
Don't you have one today too?
Huh? Yeah, we have. Yeah, it's him graduating at
That's
3
right.
o'clock.
That's
So,
right.
anyway, yeah, yep.
She's like, what do I
Yeah,
do?
you're
Look.
right. Yeah, she's making. No,
You stared
Yeah,
at the
she-
camera up there.
well, she likes to see herself making faces though.
I knew that
She
was
can't
gonna
see
happen.
herself if she. Yeah. So anyway, I ended up finding him a 2-pound gummy bear. You ever seen a 2-pound gummy bear? Okay, so I brought him back the 2-pound gummy bear. Well, we never got into the gummy bear. So I still have the gummy bear, and I keep saying that I'm going to get it out and we're going to eat it.
We're gonna have to show it off here.
And then, the wife's like, no, you need to just throw it away. And I'm like, well, we can't throw it away until we open it and try it.
You're gonna try my portion of it.
So,
Look at this.
not the biggest gummy bear you've ever seen. They have bigger gummy bears than this, but this
Bigger?
is, yes, they have 5-pound, 10-pound, whatever else, but this is a 2-pound gummy bear.
You want to try some of that?
So,
You sure? All right. I think we can make that work.
I want to try.
I can get into
I want
the
to try.
cutting myself.
Easy. We don't need to go to the
Yeah.
hospital on this edition of Rise and Grind. Raven,
Yeah.
tired this morning?
Yeah.
Slept longer than all of us.
Super early.
Yeah, because we're getting started early too, so people are
Mm-hmm.
trickled in just yet. All right. Nope.
Yep.
Yeah, no comments are going yet. But
Yo.
so those are.
Mm-hmm.
No, we haven't trickled any more in. So
They look so yummy.
Yeah. I've heard that these really aren't that good.
that's what I've heard.
It's just,
too,
yeah,
so-
you buy a
So you're gonna try it.
You
okay?
buy a gigantic gummy bear just because it's a gigantic gummy bear, not because you're actually expecting it to taste good. But
Come hang out with us on the Sunday morning. You never know what we're gonna talk about.
oh man, it smells amazing. It smells like a dark code.
Your nanny just said hi.
Yeah.
Oh, my
All
nanny. Nanny.
So this is exactly
Smell
what
it?
the dark code smells like, by the way.
I can smell it. That's
Yeah.
pretty.
It smells
Woo.
like strawberry.
That's pretty stout.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Do you have the fan on? Are you hot?
I'm okay.
I'm cold.
Need to figure out how to get it out of the mold here,
I
though.
feel like air's moving.
No, you can turn it on.
I'll turn on low.
I'm doing okay.
All right.
Yeah, well, it's fine. It doesn't
I
matter.
shouldn't say it's hot. It's just like there's nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, the gummy bear is pretty well hard stuck inside this thing. I might
No
have
comment.
to just, yeah,
was gonna say if someone tuned in right at that moment.
yeah.
Oh,
Nanny. Hi, hi, hi.
and we are wearing matching earrings today too. For
Mhm.
those that are just.
Do you need a fork?
I probably need. Bring me a knife.
Oh,
I'll bring you a fork.
I think we're gonna cut his head off. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I'm trying to pry the. Hmm. Well, I mean,
So we're trying to get
Do you need
the.
a plate to plop it on?
no, I've got this.
Okay.
There we
You're gonna
go.
try some of the gummy bear.
I'm going to.
I know. Yeah.
I am actually not a gummy bear fan, so these two get to try my portion.
Yeah, there you go.
I just like looking at it.
He doesn't like anything.
Not be a gummy bear fan.
I love gummy bears.
I love gummy, anything gummy bears, any worms.
Mhm.
I love.
This is the first time
I
you're
love sour gummy worms.
getting to be on YouTube here.
Oh yeah,
Let me sit you up so people can actually see your face.
man.
Your hair looks like a hot mess here.
Got it
So-
out.
Gummy bear. You want an ear?
What do you want? You want an ear? Yeah.
And.
You want a hand? Okay.
Why are you gonna be difficult?
Yeah.
Just take an ear.
Why not? Take an ear.
And.
Okay, you want an
Yeah,
ear?
I can take his hand off. Well, I can add a foot. Is that? They're both the same thing.
You want a foot?
Okay.
Want a stinky foot?
Oh yeah.
Here it goes.
You and your feet. Yeah, I need something sharper.
No, this is
So,
entertaining.
for those that are just joining, we
Yeah.
are currently trying to cut out. Well, he is currently trying to cut out
Yeah,
the
I need a-
leg/foot
Yeah, I
of
need a
a,
plate and something sharper.
2-pound gummy bear.
This is ours.
This edition of this episode of Rise and Crimes, we do
Yeah.
it's gummy bears today.
Gummy bear.
But don't worry, we do have some beers today.
Yeah.
This is gonna be cut it out.
Yeah.
Here.
And also, this is my little one here, so
There you go.
she's getting to make her not really her YouTube debut. She's been on
Got it.
some of Luke's
All right.
drill streams, but we've got it looks like a pizza plate.
Yes, it's a pizza pan.
We have a pizza pan now to cut out the leg/foot of a.
You got a little bit sharpened knife.
Yeah, he's got a sharper knife. He's good to go. And what he just did was,
Yeah.
All right, first
Mhm.
reactions. Here it goes.
Yeah.
That's a little tough. Oh, get it?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna be a sticky mess.
All right, is that good?
Yummy.
Yeah.
All right.
Because there's nothing like giving a 6-year-old a lot of candy.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Well, the mini me approved, so
She's
there
got
we
a
go.
foot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's chewy, I'm sure.
Good though, once you get there.
It's very, very. It smells very
Mhm.
strong.
It says it's sugar right on it, so
Okay.
you get exactly what it promises.
All
I
right,
mean, it's not bad.
love you. See you.
You get a workout trying to
Head
get
over that way.
Yeah. It's a little tough, but it's okay.
All right, no more face. Come on.
Mhm.
That way. Oh, sorry. There you go.
You can sit over there. Yep.
2-pound gummy bear.
We're gonna actually get into some bowling talk here in a minute. So.
Probably not.
I
Oh my goodness.
All right.
guess I could take this. Where to
I'm
go?
gonna go. Man, that's good.
It was very strong. Oh,
Should
sorry.
have opened
You're
that
getting
up
the
years
baldness.
ago.
See? You've been snacking on it forever.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Terrible.
Ray Ray can take home a 2-pound gummy bear.
He does not need to take a.
All right.
All right, so I'm gonna go get us a.
What are we going with first?
I'll put a big piece of
All right. So we're gonna start with Guinness Nitro Stout. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. Guinness Nitro Stout. I'm not sure if anybody that's watching right now has ever had it. I personally have not. I would assume Luke has,
Oh yes.
but we've got to start with coffee.
All right, so I'm gonna open this in a bowl.
Yeah, that's the last thing we need to do is give you sugar this morning.
You
Huh?
can go out in the garage. I opened the door for you.
There you go. Careful, don't hit the table.
Hey, hold on.
Little one is now sugar high.
Tanner has to try some gummy bear. This is last time this was a problem, so
Oh, like the time I had to open the beer and it went flying everywhere.
yeah.
We're back at the Japanese restaurant, Volcano.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
That was actually a volcano.
That was actually a volcano, yeah.
Yeah, he tried.
We went to Japanese/hibachi yesterday evening, all of us, and it turned out to be, the guy tried the volcano, for those that, I'm sure all of you have been there, and it was a volcano fail.
Yes.
But the Marco Polo thing was pretty good, I will say that.
Yeah, I did like
Well, the first time he says it, I'm like, am I supposed to say polo? And if you said polo, you get more food, so even better.
All right.
Luke's back. Well, here we go.
Now we can pour it.
All right. This is what did you show them already? There we go. All right. Is it thick?
Yeah, it's
Oh, I can smell it.
So
It's
yeah.
coffee.
Uh huh.
You're starting the coffee stream with coffee.
I know, right? Usually we.
Mm-hmm.
Oop.
Yeah.
I didn't really make a mess. I just dribbled a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's just kind of tough to get out. So
Woo! That is coffee strong.
yeah. So we are having coffee this morning. So we're going to talk about the PBA playoffs here. Now that we've gotten the gummy bear.
And coffee.
Yeah. That's amazing. I don't even know what you're talking about.
There you are, sir.
Second place. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the,
That's very coffee-ish.
yes.
It's in the garage. You don't have to go outside.
Calm down, Ray.
All right. So we've got the finals from yesterday on. If you don't want to know who is in the finals, who won the matches yesterday, probably better turn this off now.
We are starting pretty much 3 frames into game 1 of the.
Yeah, in the second match, we watched the first one yesterday.
Yeah, we watched that at the Iron Room.
So yeah,
So we
So
have yep.
yeah. In
Sorry.
the first match, Kyle Troop won against Frankie. Frankie just had a couple. He had a 210 late in each of the games, and that's just kind of what did him in. I know who wins this match, but we weren't able to see the rest of it. So we're going to watch the Cooley-Ascona match while we're talking about the preview for tomorrow.
Is
Of
the
course,
fi-
we're going to talk about or today. Yeah.
I was gonna say, are the finals today or are they tomorrow? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
they were tomorrow from this show.
I wish they were.
They were tomorrow from yesterday.
Yeah, okay, I got you. I wish they were tomorrow.
Mhm.
I could actually sit down and watch them.
Yep, they start at 1 o'clock. Cooley wins this match, so the finals is going to be Troop Cooley. And so we're going to talk about. Oh, she's having fun.
Yeah, don't mind the little one over here. She's playing with cars on the wood floors. So we still only have 10 watches so far.
Yeah, YouTube's being weird this morning. I think it was probably the stupid gummy bear. People tuned in, and it's like, what does gummy bears have to do with anything?
Are we watching a bowling show? Or are we
Yeah. No, I don't really even know.
And we have some panda.
So we're off to a pretty good start here. Ascona has the front 4, Cooley has the front 3. Cooley ends up winning, and I think it's one of those things like the match before it is Kyle Troop just bowled better than Frankie did.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think this is Cooley just bowled better than Ascona did, because Ascona's been pretty lethal on these things because he just gets right, and he's really good with his hand. He's really good with his roll. Hey, Robert. He's really good with controlling his speed, and just, he has that kind of knack for getting the pins down.
He's really flipped the switch this year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's always been a good player, but just this year something seemed to click.
Well, I think that's what a lot of the pros figure out on TV, or just figure out bowling at the professional level, is you have to find out what you're good at and just abuse the living crap out of it. Because you'll notice that most people that slow roll it tend to slow roll it more often than, that's Ascona's game. If he just kind of gets in there and floats it, slow rolls it, whatever else.
Yeah.
And that's just what he does. And so as soon as they figure out how to do what they do on as many different conditions and bowling centers as possible, whoops.
Whoa, floated that one out there a little bit.
Yeah. As soon as they figure out how to do what they do and kind of refine that, then that's when you start to see that's when you start to see them on TV pretty regularly. And instead of trying to be the most versatile player out there, or sometimes people get too far inside their own heads and try to get a little too creative and whatever else. And really it's just the pros doing what they do best and just trying to abuse any situation.
Yeah.
Which is what most better tournament bowlers do and why they consistently win more often than not. So
Just by sticking to what they do best. You're exactly right. Yep. And Escona's another guy that's this year he seems to be another year that's kind of because he's got a title, but he seems to have flipped the switch also this year because he's made quite a few shows for the limited schedule that they had.
Yeah, I think some of it's just getting comfortable too, just getting used to especially on TV. That they say it's a big thing of. And he hasn't actually won one of his TV or one of his.
This was an extra frame.
Yeah, it was an extra frame event, so it was still a finals, and there's still some pressure, but it's not. You know the difference between being on national TV versus an extra frame event.
Sounds like the PBA announced too that one of the shows coming up, one of the clashes I think, is actually they're bringing back fans.
Oh, cool.
So that'll be something to look forward to.
Yeah, a lot of the restrictions and stuff have been relaxed. So
yeah, Frankie actually wasn't wearing a mask because that guy wears a mask everywhere. Because I think he had something like Amanda, didn't he say something about he had chest surgery or something like that, or something in his chest when he was younger?
We're drinking a Guinness Nitro cold brew coffee,
and it's not bad. You have to chew it a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's thicker than normal.
It's really, really smooth, and so that's the thing is I'm not big on the smoother stuff sometimes because the carbonation gives you a little bit of the effect, but this is
it's like
it's really creamy.
Iced
that's what
black coffee. That's exactly what it tastes like.
That's what
Iced black coffee.
That's what the nitro kind of does to it. It makes it really, really smooth. So Cooley and Ascona both missed the head pin on the left lane now, so they just kind of yeeted it. Storm Rotor Grip 9-hour global ball to go between my Gravity Evolve and Omega Crux. I bowl mostly in leagues and tournaments. I don't actually know what goes in between those. I would imagine that the Evolve actually feels weaker than the Omega, but they're both really early and smooth. So I'm not sure exactly which one hooks more for you.
Evolve's the one you have, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Spec. And that one has spec in it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yes.
Omega's just so smooth.
Yeah, the Omega is really smooth.
Here's a good one. Quick question. My middle finger rolls over and I still get really good carry and ball motion, so would it be a problem?
I don't really think so, as long as it's not hurting anything. Especially if it rolls over it earlier in the shot, it's just going to give you extra length up front, even if it kind of thumps them.
What? We're on a commercial break here, so.
Yeah.
I did not actually get to watch this match yesterday. I understand. From what I understand, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I think it was pretty good. I think Kyle beat Frankie 2-0, and then Cooley wins this one 2-0, and I think it's just that Troop bowled a little bit better than Frankie did, and Cooley bowled better than Ascona did. It's not like, Frankie had a couple opens late in each match, but it's not like he still didn't shoot, 230, 220 or whatever.
Yep. I'm sure you're going to answer that one right there.
Oh, yeah. You excited about the dark code? Oh, yeah.
Arctic, we are currently watching the second match of yesterday's show, Ascona versus Cooley. So if you haven't seen this or seen the show, we're just actually doing a frame-by-frame. Not really play-by-play, but we're just kind of discussing. So.
Yeah, we're watching the semifinals of yesterday's playoffs because we do have the PBA Playoffs finals today here in a couple hours. So we're kind of taking a look and watching this second match and seeing who we think is going to be better or who we think, between Troop and Cooley is going to be able to take it. And I think it's just the general consensus is just that Troop is tough. I mean, he's just a little too tough, and that he barely made it out of the first round.
He's a shot maker.
Barely made it out of the first round. I can't even remember who he bowled in the first.
I'm still sticking. He bowled so much better when Jeffy's there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 100%.
He focuses something just.
He's just making shots right now.
You plug the crack on the code 0 from your net. Yes.
Steve, we are at, I think we're on 6? 5th?
Yeah, we're like 6.
They're
We're
at a commercial break.
Yeah,
so
we're at a commercial break.
In game 1.
We'll let you know here in a second.
Yeah, I think it's. All right.
Oh, hold on a minute.
Yes, I found a lot of the.
Group.
Yeah, that one comes off quite a bit.
Yeah.
Troop made an amazing ball change. The Rubicon UC2 is a smart move. Yeah, it looked pretty good. I think at one point Frankie and Troop were throwing a UC2. Is that right?
Yeah.
League starts today. Can't wait. I need something to pass the time. So I decided to figure out how many balls I own. I own like 32 though. Not a bad problem to have.
32. Those are rookie numbers, bro. You
better step your game up.
Yeah.
That's good. Bowling ball addiction is real, by the way.
Yeah.
It is real.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah,
Lightweight.
I did film for the Dark Code and UFO Alert yesterday. So I'm writing reviews today. I can't release the reviews until 2 weeks from last Friday. So whatever the last Friday in May is, that's when the reviews will be. It's like the 26th, 27th, something like that.
So you're able to give us, just curious, are you able
16,
to give us an
15,
inside
14,
thoughts
28,
on what
May
you think of it?
28th.
No?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
Didn't know what all you
I
could and
probably
could not
shouldn't have
do
even
on
said that I haven't. Yeah, but
Oh, I'm sure everybody knows you've got it.
I mean, you have to figure that out at some point.
Yeah.
It's like when I have reviews ready 3 weeks before the fact, you know that they've got to send them to me.
Oh, it's like
They don't just kind of magically materialize out of
that's
thin
the
air.
difference.
So.
That I'm surprised that they don't let you just throw them. Like we have the VIP, and we were able to throw them as soon as we got them. Videos, everything.
Yeah,
So.
it's a little
It's-
different for. I get them a little
Yeah,
bit
so
earlier
it's
than
a matter
everybody else
of
does.
not everyone has access to it.
That makes
so
sense.
they want everyone to at least have access
They-
to it first.
They at least want
Makes sense.
all the
I get that.
staffers to have access to it.
Yeah. Staffers are expected to have them
Sam
before.
Cooley's face watching this WWE thing.
Yeah.
Of course, that's Sam's face all the time. This is a little weird putting the WWE thing and I mean having the characters and whatever else and adding that in with the bowling thing.
Is
And,
this giggle?
yeah, he's like whatever. Can we just bowl?
But it is good for the PBA to have that mix with them, though. I really
It
think
is.
so. Because you know how many people love wrestling that
Yeah.
you can get their eyes from that to that.
Yeah.
Well, I was to say, to me, it's kind of like when they mix NASCAR with something.
Yes.
You're inviting a different group of
Yes.
people. Like,
Yes.
oh,
I do think the WWE belt thing is really cool to win.
Mm.
I'd like to have one on my shelf. I've started throwing my high road a bit more. I didn't like it first. So when you are sponsored by a company, do you have to pay for the balls still, or do they just say, here you go, give them to you?
Because I've got such a big channel and I get so many views, they do send me the balls for the reviews. But everything else I pay for.
We do
Now,
get a credit.
The national staffers get comp stuff, but it's just equipment for them to use.
Yeah.
Now they still have to pay $35 a ball to get them drilled. So that's what people. Oh, the pros get free equipment. Yeah, but they got to pay $35.
I think it's 50.
Well, it used to be
I think
35.
it's 50, and
but it might.
Brad said 50, I think. I think
Yeah,
it
it
depends
might.
on if you use like switch grips and all that stuff.
Oh yeah,
So-
yeah. Depends on how complicated it is, but yeah. And the trucks don't even finish anything up for them. They
No.
put the holes in there, and then everything's
And
dead fresh.
apparently they charge you by the cuts too. So they charge
Mhm.
you more if you put extra cuts in it.
Uh-huh.
It was Spengler was talking about when I can't think of his name now. Jake Peters was with
Uh-huh.
Motive. Apparently he had worked in his contract that that Motive would pay for all of his drillings.
Uh-huh.
But Spengler did not realize that he had such a complicated. He didn't
Oh,
use grips,
no.
and all he
Yeah.
did was cuts out of his finger holes. And he said that was the worst decision we ever made. So so like on my side, we get when I sign, we get a certain amount to start out, and then we get staff help me out, comp money, or not comp money, but
Yeah, some people get a credit so that
Credit, thank
you can get, some jerseys, some bags, some equipment just to kind of get yourself off the ground.
Yeah.
But
and in my shoes, I used all my credits for bowling balls so that I could get going. So
I mean, it's actually more expensive to be on staff than to not be on staff, because
my wife
you kind
agrees.
of want to, if you're not on staff, you kind of pick and choose what you want, and
Yeah.
and then just buy something whenever you need it or whenever you want it. When you're on staff, you're kind of not necessarily expected to get everything, but highly encouraged to get everything.
They want you throwing it.
Yeah, I mean, you're a representative of the company, so you really need to have everything, so that when somebody comes to you, and it's no different than going into an Apple store, or a AT&T to buy a phone or something like that.
You're 100% right.
The people that work there are expected to know the products that they're selling, because people come in with questions about this versus this and whatever else. And so when somebody comes to us to ask us a question, I haven't thrown that one, I don't know. I haven't thrown that one either, I don't really know.
Big reason they carry, like an Apple store, all the employees carry the new latest and greatest iPhones.
Yeah. So it's
and that, and say you decided you didn't have work in your deal, you get the dark code. And people say, hey, you're going to throw that dark code, 2 months down the road?
Yeah.
So I don't know, I've never thrown it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we can make up some stuff and say, oh, yeah, that's great. But, yep, wait for it.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to go get some more?
Hmm.
I can do it. No. Do you want to get new glasses? Do
What?
you want to get new glasses since the other ones were?
Oh, yeah.
That's probably.
Yeah.
You're not going to want an IPA coffee. So, anyways, yeah, that's. I throw Motive and Storm companies. I'm not signed with anyone, so I see no point in throwing one company because no one is paying me. Yep, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Throw them all. But I like the combo. Both of us like the combo here, actually. Wicked being a Storm guy, Storm staffer, and I'm a Motive staffer, so perfect combo. So, Amanda, you want to come in and say hi to the people?
Oh, no.
Nobody wants to see this. Anyways, we are starting the 8th frame here of game 1 still with Cooley and Ascona. Okay.
Dogfish Head Hazy IPA.
If you've never watched this Rise and Grind show that we do on Sundays, we do like to drink beer while we talk to you guys.
I throw Motive and Storm. I'm not signed with anyone, so I can see no point in throwing one company because no one's paying. Well, nobody's paying me either.
Well, I told him. I said, we like that combo, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, both recently got a purple tank. One of my first youth tournaments got $1,000 from my Smart Fund. Fantastic. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. Michael Mortel looks like he had a big weekend out there.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that?
Yep.
Out there throwing the purple tank.
Sam
Is
Lives,
it me, or does
Cooley.
the scores look soft out there? Or does the pattern look soft?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of like 3,000, 3,100, 3,200 team sets. And, a couple of years ago, 3280 something won. So, I mean, I was actually there when Brent Bowers and Prather and those guys won theirs. They shot 3380, and that was huge.
Yep.
And I think once you there's already been several good teams, but we're only like 2 weeks into nationals, and already we've had, I keep seeing, okay, so-and-so shot 300, and there's a new, doubles leader, and of course, Buttriff's leading the Bowlers Journal again, 790.
Yeah, that's impressive. You think they
there's
made
all
them
kinds
soft
of,
just because of the year off and everything went, just trying to encourage people to keep coming?
I think that they had to soften them up a little bit just because you only have one
That's not bad.
team on a pair, and so it takes away from the nationals experience a little bit, because a lot of it is figuring out how to conquer the fresh and burn yourself in a track and score the last couple games.
Yep.
So
You're not gonna like that.
You don't like that?
No, let's try it though. The wife's getting ready to make the face. Here it comes. Ready?
yep, it's
Oh.
it's a little smoother.
Yeah, it's not.
So you get, and actually the finish is very fruity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So you get the hop. Yeah, you get the hops, but
Yep.
then the finish is really fruity.
That's not so.
Randy said Sam Cooley looks like Sonny from the movie iRobot. Sonny Sam Cooley. I don't think I've ever seen iRobot.
I haven't seen iRobot. That's the one with Will Smith. Yeah, that's the really old one with Will Smith.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. It's been a long time since I've seen that, but here's the Ascona walk.
Mm-hmm.
Is he sweating bullets right now? One of the very first shows of the playoffs, he was just like
Oh yeah.
pouring sweat. It's like gross, man.
Apparently those lights are really, really hot.
Oh, I have no doubt.
Mhm.
Sam Cooley just has the same face at all times. Just
Mhm.
he just
Cooley face. he always looks like he's standing at the line after getting a really bad break. That's what he always looks like. He's like, really? Seriously?
That's all I'm going to think of every time I see his face now. Thank you.
Or like he's about to say a bunch of stuff that I said at League on Thursday.
So you're saying he's a walking blower 9?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sam Cooley's got blower 9 face.
Resting blower 9 face. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently you said some funny stuff Thursday because
That's his own RBF.
yes,
Yeah.
Amanda's laughing at
Resting
you.
blower 9 face.
Amanda's laughing at you. I'm like, don't laugh at him. He's frying.
I'm gonna make that into a meme, by the way, because that's perfect.
That's good.
Yeah.
Resting blower 9 face. Oh, I'm thinking about getting a phase 2. Not sure if I'll like it or not.
Everybody will like a phase 2.
There you go.
Except me, I don't have one.
You don't?
we
Something
we own a couple, but I do not currently have holes in one. So, oh,
sorry,
hello,
Lloyd.
Igor.
Yeah, good morning, Igor.
Cooley's look with that proton's absurd unless Troop just strikes 20 out of 24 times. Title is his. Yeah, this is going to be because that's kind of what happened is Troop just kind of bowled better than everybody on his side of the bracket, and Cooley just bowled better than everybody on his side of the bracket. And so they're both really comfortable, especially on that pair of lanes that's given some other people some troubles.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be a really, really good match.
Yeah, I agree.
I think I'm expecting just
What time's it on today?
1 o'clock.
Of course it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go figure.
So we're drinking Dogfish Head Hazy IPA with tropical notes.
There you go. Okay.
Oh,
Sounds like my little one's in the garage.
IHOP thick cut bacon. That's basically pork belly bacon. What there? That premium steakhouse bacon at IHOP. That's pork belly with breakfast.
That's all I've heard this week is pork belly.
Man,
I mean,
we had Aspen. Aspen was turned over and getting tummy scratches. I'm like, oh, this pork belly.
All this pork
Let me
belly.
call her Piggy because she
That's
looks like
true.
a potbelly pig.
Yeah.
When she lays on her side and rolls over, she looks like a potbelly pig.
My home lanes is an old wood house, so I have to stop. I have to shop for other lanes really close. Nothing
Yeah.
does play like wood. That's a fact.
Wood is really, really soft, and so everything tends to hook a lot more. And I said this in the Discord the other day is that people talk about the oil volumes causing them to make bowling balls stronger. I
Mhm.
really think it was synthetic lanes when they got popular because they were so much harder than the wood lanes.
Yep.
Is that once we started bowling at Westridge way back in the day, because it used to be Gauge North and Gauge Center, it was wood. All of a sudden we got to Westridge and nothing hooked. And not only did it not hook, it looked like Amanda's Gravity Evolved. It just kind of spun for 60 feet and didn't do anything. So bowling balls, I think, had to get the oil volumes did go up, but I think that synthetic lanes were a bigger part of that than the oil volumes.
Yeah, I can make sense to me. I can see that. So my little one just comes randomly back in the room and got a face on her like,
Well,
I just did something.
she's got a tummy full of gummy bear foot.
Also, how the heck does Cooley get that proton to skid over that high friction surface with that heavy roll? Is this proton physics R2S or something?
Yeah. No, NEX is weird. NEX is weird. This is why I like the nano covers so much and why I just will not shut up about the nano covers, because they don't, nano covers and spec don't burn energy on friction. They might hook too much, but they're not going to get pukey. They're not going to get lazy. They're not going to get slow.
Yeah.
They're just either going to hook a bunch or, you know, not hook a bunch, depending on how much oil's out there on the lanes. What they're not going to do is they're not going to puke and they're not going to give up. And so they're really something else. And I've been, you know, talking to Hirschman about this since I gave him my Axiom. Oh boy, another WWE thing.
Oh, that Axiom probably looked pretty good for him.
Oh yeah, it looks great for him.
Does he throw it Thursday night?
Yeah, he's thrown it the last couple of weeks. I gave it to him 3 weeks ago, and so he's thrown it the last couple of weeks.
I mean, everything will look good for him if he's outside of a 3D offset.
Yeah.
But why not? Why throw something else if it works?
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, what am I wrong?
Yeah, I can tell you right now, we will never put spec in her hands again.
Mm-hmm. No, that's a terrible decision. There's Tanner.
Am I in his way?
No,
I
no,
parked-
he'll park there on the.
Okay. See, I parked there because Angel said something about moving the car out. She told me to bring the scooter, so.
Oh yeah, Ray is in there.
Yeah. Once again, we've got the family over here today.
Yep.
Luke's got to go to a graduation, and I
Mhm.
have a grad party to go to. So, and we're both wearing our
Yeah.
dog paw earrings here.
Mine's upside down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta fix the
No judgment.
paws. Boy, I've got unicorns and rainbows coming. Yep, I got my little paw print earrings. Got
Alright.
matching paw print earrings. All right, we just started the first game between Ascona and Cooley in the semifinals that aired yesterday. Cooley's up 1-0. Uh-oh, Ascona's switching to a purple
I think he's just using it for
purple
I
hammer,
think he's-
probably. Yeah.
And for the love of God,
God,
please wipe that
it off.
off.
Wipe it off, dear Lord. I can't hang on to anything if it's still got the oil on it. Like I can't even hang on to it. So that's.
I don't care if
mostly-
it's a spare bowl or not. A spare bowl or not. Wipe it off, please.
Yeah. Yeah. Carry
All right.
down. Hashtag carry down.
Exactly. You don't know anything about that on the left side, do you?
Mhm.
Yeah.
A little bit about carry down because that's normally what happens first.
Container. Oh no, it's locked. Sorry. Yeah, you probably don't see a whole lot of carry down on the left side, I would imagine.
Doing a heck and wetness. Well, that's the first thing that we do is because the back ends are crisper. So
Yeah.
the first thing I see is a little bit of extra push, but track burn really doesn't happen unless you're throwing a bunch of surface. So normally the back ends are really crispy in practice and then they settle down a little bit and just stay there.
Yeah. How important is it to wipe down your ball between each shot? In my opinion, it's very important.
It's very important, especially because it creates a more consistent read between your ball and the lane. And not only that, but it prevents oil absorption into the ball. So if somebody said, well, yeah, my ball just doesn't hook anymore, but if you never wipe your ball off, that oil just sits there
Yep.
and continues to absorb and get into the cover stock and whatever else. And so wiping off the ball is more general maintenance than anything.
Yep.
The effect on the lane is kind of secondary.
You listening to this?
I did most of the time.
She forgets half the time, and I say, well, for the love of God, would you wipe that thing off?
Yeah.
I do it most of the time.
It'll make the ball hook more.
Yep.
Probably not that gravity evolved, but
No.
No.
normal bowling balls.
Normal bowling balls. Sorry, we're giving my wife a hard time here.
Looks like Cooley got his spare ball fixed after it went airborne the last telecast. Now this is why I'm afraid to install an it or switch grip. Any mechanical part will fail eventually. His failed at the wrong time. That's kind of why I have a simple enough thumb. The benefits for them are if they have a complicated enough thumb or if it takes a bunch to get the feel right. I mean, these guys out on tour especially, if I was out on tour, I'd use them.
Oh.
I would definitely use them because otherwise you're drilling a lot of times 5 to 10 balls a week and you can't afford to spend, the 10 or 15 minutes it takes to finish a bowling ball. Mine don't take any time at all, but it's a hell of a lot easier to take a thumb that already fits and is perfect
Yeah.
and just turn that into a ball.
Yep, I agree. That's why I
Instead
use
of-
them personally. So
I mean, it takes me literally 30 seconds to finish a thumb. But if I already have a bunch of them ready to go, and all I have to do is put the thumb in there and twist, and
Yeah.
we're done.
I love them. One thing ever since I switched to them, I said I've contemplated going back to slugs, but it's just being able to just have the same feel and everything is amazing.
I like the turbo system the best.
I do
I'm,
too.
I'm on with turbo, but even before I had the Vice system for a while. Number one, I hate the feel of Vice slugs because they're not 100% urethane, so they're really, really tacky. So I just hate the feel. And some people love it, and that's fine. But the Vice system is a whole lot more complicated to install. I had a lot of fun installing them because they're kind of fun, especially when you kind of figure out a few little tricks to
The Vice ones?
make them more durable and less prone to failure and whatever else. I had several tricks. I have several tricks for both systems actually. But the turbo system, if something goes wrong, a whole lot easier to fix. They're a whole lot easier to install. They're a whole lot easier to fix. The one problem with the turbo system that the Vice system doesn't have is if the ball swells at all and puts pressure on the outside of the sleeve, they have some tools, but sometimes your thumb is just going to get stuck in the ball. If the ball swells at all,
Yeah.
because there's that sleeve that's just way too much material all the way up and down, which the Vice, they just have the little ring at the top, and there's a 32nd or a 60, or a 32nd or a 16th of, I think it's just 32nd on either side of the slug.
Right.
So the slug is not actually coming into any contact with the side of the ball. Whoa, buddy.
Oh, gotcha. I was talking about friend throws motive, and I hate how he treats them. He cleans them once every 3 weeks, and those things just last forever. If you clean them, he just doesn't believe me. Yeah, I am. I clean all the time. It doesn't matter if I throw it a game in a league or practice. I'm not sure if you're the same way, but I clean them all the time.
I don't
Keep those
clean
covers
mine
fresh.
as often. I definitely wipe the oil off constantly. Probably should actually clean them more. I like using the React-A-Scuff on my sanded stuff because
Yeah.
it takes everything to about 3,000 grit, or it's almost like that sheen finish that like the Idol Pro came out with.
Oh, yeah.
But it gets a really good deep clean. It freshens up, in addition to freshening up the surface instead of just kind of cleaning the top of the surface.
Mhm.
The React-A-Scuff freshens up the surface and gets a real deep clean on stuff.
Right.
Of course, if you have shiny stuff that you don't want sanded, then that's probably a terrible idea. But
Yeah.
whoa, we're coming back for more.
More cars.
hmm
See, wipe the ball off. Did he wipe it? I don't think he did. That would drive me nuts.
I think a lot of the pros don't wipe the ball off because number one, they go through them really quick, so they don't really care about the longevity of a ball because they're
Sure.
not going to be using it very long.
True.
But the other thing is, with the TV lights burning up the oil pattern more quickly, if you let that oil sit there, it's going to be rolling over the same tracks all the way down the lane, and so it doesn't. The more you wipe the ball off, yeah,
Yeah, his face.
RBF, resting blower 9 face.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Or that's a Riley.
hmm
I use a thumb mold personally. Yeah, thumb molds also, I've heard a lot of people have success with, or that not success, but just like thumb molds. Wonder how many purple hammers Jacob Fletcher thumbs. Well, now that they're bringing them, it's okay.
Oh, 4.
Now that
So
they're making
now-
them again, he's probably gonna have a ton.
Yeah. And Brunswick has taken a really, really long time to re-release the Purple Hammer
I'm trying.
because they've spent a bunch of time. Rumor has it that they they transported all the same machines from Hopkinsville. I mean, because the Purple Hammer is just, the obsession with it is just crazy. And so they really put the extra time and effort and money into making sure that, I mean, they're in a different climate, but they tested a bunch of stuff, adjusted a bunch of stuff, and they swear it is the Purple Hammer that they're getting ready to re-release.
Some of the rumors I've heard from guys that have thrown it said it's definitely different. Oh, Scott. I don't believe the new Purple Hammer.
I mean, it really can't be
They won't.
because the batches of the same, like the IQ Tours and the High Roads have even changed a little bit, but it's just based on getting new raw materials. It's like oil on a lane. There's some good batches. The raw materials have a lot to do with it too, because I know several several bowling centers, if they get a new batch of oil in and all of a sudden people are scoring higher, even though it's the same oil, the same machines, the same lanes, whatever else.
Yeah.
If they find a good batch of oil, they're just going to buy all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because some of it, even though it's the same stuff, the raw materials change.
I mean, I think the climate change is going to be a big change in that too, because they're all poured down in Mexico, right?
Yeah, the climate change is going to affect it, but there's always people that are going to say, oh, it's different, even though it's the same. Or people will swear, oh, the old IQ tours are better than the new ones, or the old high roads are. No, they're different. Better is relative.
I just put water in there just to show them off.
Okay. My wife got me some Star Wars themed corksicle stuff. This is
cool.
Darth Vader themed corksicle cup.
That's pretty slick.
And then this one's the Luke Skywalker. This one's Luke Skywalker. It looks more like BB-8, but this is like his flight suit
That's
from.
awesome.
This is like an X-wing flight suit.
Oh, you got out of that
thing. So.
You know, watch J.R. Raymond's video comparing the tank, and it's almost the exact same ball. Yeah, I mean, it's so close that it's almost hard to realize or recognize it. And I'll give Storm credit. Their pitch black's a good one. I personally have thrown the pitch black. I never threw the fast pitch. This was pre-motive days, but the pitch black was very good. I don't know what Luke's thoughts are on it. I know he likes the fast pitch a lot on the urethane side of things.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge urethane guy, but when it looks good for me, it looks good for me. So
I use those in tandem actually, because the fast pitch will shine up, and so I let it shine up and be a little bit longer and stronger urethane look. You got it, Mistle? Yep.
Next one.
Mistle just got to fly.
I believe this one's out of Missouri. Somebody.
Yep.
Say okay.
Public house.
Yes.
So I actually use those in tandem. I use the fast pitch when I need a little bit more length and a little bit more shape, and the pitch black when I need just something to hook and lay off.
The Luke threw the fast pitch for we've talked about this in other shows, but he threw the fast pitch in Wichita, Kansas for the big Swiss Trios event that we have out there, right? It's where we basically bowl in sport, don't we? It's pretty much sport, and he made it look amazing. It
was really. I had to work at getting my angles right. I think I went like 470 for my first 3 games.
Because I looked at you like, dude, you gonna look at something else?
yeah. That's what they were. And I'm like, no, I know this is the look. I know it's the look. And then as soon as we got into game 4, I figured it out, and I averaged 220. I almost averaged 230 the rest of the tournament.
Here you are, sir.
So
I will be bringing urethane to Swiss Trios again this year.
It's not terrible.
Oh, that's actually not bad.
That's got more of a vinegar taste to it.
Oh, Luke doesn't like it.
No, it's okay, but you can taste that extra.
You want some pickles to go with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, urethane will go this year. Like a desert tank, purple tank will definitely go. I'm sure you'll bring urethane.
This tastes like a very, very malty.
Yeah, it's got a
very malty taste to it.
It's kind of thick.
Yeah.
So you can see actually how dark it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's an IPA.
I'm a big IPA guy. Luke is slowly getting back into IPAs. I mean, I love my tank because I almost play the gutter straight because I love playing straight. Yeah, I like to play straight too, but I don't mind getting left and hooking it if I have to.
So I think this second game, what it's looking like is that that 4 through the middle is what really killed Ascona. The ball hooked up a little quick, and I didn't know a Brunswick brand ball could move that quick on the back end. But apparently it did.
Hey.
And he left 4.
Was it a radical ball?
So, yeah, I think it was the Incognito Pearl or the.
Was that radical?
Yeah.
It is? Well, that doesn't surprise me because I think
Incognito.
I'm pretty sure that just from eyeballing it, the radical brand seems to hook a little more than
the radical is probably outside of the hammer is the most popular, and anytime they put out a Black Widow, it's just going to be good. And the urethane hammer has the best urethanes, so hammer kind of corners the market on the really the stuff that they do well. They do really well.
And stuff that
I think the raw hammer series is going to be really good because I had a few of those.
I actually had
the 3/5 of NSYNC.
Back in the day, I had the raw hammer Doom, by the way.
I had the Acid.
You bought that for me.
And the Toxic. I think the Toxic was my first lefty ball.
The only ball that I've ever pulled out of the box, put it on the press, threw one game with it without practice, and shot 300 with was the raw hammered in.
Yeah.
Bought it for him.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I
It
had
was like a red pearl, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one. Red and a little bit of silver.
Is it true that the Rubicon UC2 has a smell to it? I've heard that a few times.
I've heard a few people say that it kind of smells like grape, but I think that formula is really similar to R2S. And looking at the UFO alert, yeah, the ginger.
You want that?
Okay.
Looking at the UFO alert, it's IQ Emerald
Yeah.
green, and it is IQ Emerald. And that's what I was telling somebody the other day, is that you can't, if you have the same color combinations and different cover stock formulas, they don't come out looking the same.
Really?
So the different formulas will affect the colors different ways.
Yeah.
And so they can't take, okay, so if this, Chad says that, that cover on the phased, it's the same color combinations between the OG pour and the other pour that Angel has. They don't, you can tell they're the same colors, but they don't look anything. I mean,
see, just from eyeballing the UFO alert from just the pictures, the stock photos, it looked like a phase 3. Similar.
Yes, but it doesn't really look like that in person. But one of the colors is IQ Emerald Green, and so I think that
that's cool.
E-Trax and R2S have a bunch in common. So I think that there's a little difference. And so when they're done pouring something like a high road pearl, I would imagine that after pouring a high road pearl, they adjust the color, because the UC2 is kind of purplish. I think they adjust the colors and go right into pouring UC2s. And so that would explain why UC2s are grape smelling.
Makes sense.
Because they
it's in the lines.
It's probably it's very similar formula. It's already kind of in the lines. And so some of the UC2s have smelled grape. I don't think mine does, but I've heard from several other people that said, "Oh yeah, my UC2 smells like grape."
Didn't Angel smell like it a little bit?
No, I don't. James's
right.
UC2 smells a little bit like grape, and I'm like, "No, you're stupid. Roto-Grip balls don't smell." And then when James said it, it's like,
okay, maybe it's true.
If somebody says it in our staff group, it's like, whatever. But all right, so this is a very low scoring game so far.
Looks like Ascon is now in a obsession tour.
Yeah, are those hammer balls or are those?
Those are hammer.
Yeah. So
Jesse Bauer makes that ball look amazing.
Yeah, the obsessions are really good for 30 or 40 games, and then they die, and you have to drill new ones. But
Jesse Bauer throws the heck out of those.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as the colors translating, that's kind of my long-winded explanation of, the one that green shade in the UFO alert is IQ Emerald Green. It's just straight up IQ Emerald Green, and you can't do that with different formulas. Yeah. If you take that color combination and put it in, spec pearl or something, it's not going to look anywhere close. Or NEX pearl, not going to look anywhere close.
But a bacon scented ball, would you go for it?
Yeah. Maybe a pork belly.
I was getting ready to say.
Maybe a pork belly scented ball.
Luke would never throw it.
Oh my gosh.
He used to throw hammer in there. The cover formula was amazing, but I felt like the move messing them up because I threw them after them. After the move, they changed a lot.
Well, the move actually beforehand, I think that they're more durable now. Now everything, all the staffers say that everything acts like a Brunswick ball because it's all poured at the same plant, so everything acts like a Brunswick ball.
Doesn't surprise me. Ooh.
So I used to throw. Let me see. I threw hammer. I actually threw hammer before I threw motive. Before I signed with Storm, and I had an honor score with every hammer ball I threw, but I just stopped throwing them.
Yeah.
Because they would die in 40 or 50 games, and I take care of my stuff.
Yeah.
I wipe them off every time. We had a detox machine in there too, and so when I was in the pro shop, super easy for me to just dunk something and whatever else. But I'd shoot huge numbers, and then everything would die. It worked out really good for my taboo.
Yeah.
But my taboo deep purple was another one that I shot 300 with right off the press. The very first game with it was 300 in league, and then after that, it kind of slowly went downhill. But I would shoot honor scores with stuff really, really early. I had 4 300s with a jigsaw trap.
Jigsaw.
And yeah, the green one that nobody liked. They're really
Oh yes.
yeah, the really roly chuggy pearl one.
Mhm.
I had a bunch of honor score. The epidemic looked really cool. I had an arson.
Yeah.
A couple of the taboos.
And that's another thing that I like about
I had to start throwing them.
Oh yeah, it's well, take Storm for example. Their stuff, their longevity of their equipment is really good. As you know, Motive stuff lasts forever. It's
yeah, and that's the thing is that I kind of developed a once we got one of the detox machines from Jayhawk that it uses ultrasound to pull the.
I mean, take how many games Riley had on that darn Venom Shock that he had.
Yeah, well, and Motive has even did a video with EJ Tackett where they soaked a jackal, one of the original jackals, I think.
Yes.
They soaked it in a barrel of lane oil for 24 hours.
Yeah.
And then he
drilled
drew
a fresh one. And drilled
a fresh one and compared them, and they looked identical.
Yeah.
Motive has the most durability, longevity of the covers by far. Storm and Roto is Brunswick specifically is, I think, a step down from Motive, but you can't really tell because they kind of act dead out of the box. So that aside, Motive has the most durable covers by a long shot. Brunswick is next. Storm and Roto is just right under Brunswick. Storm Roto Global.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the brands, especially when they were coming out of Hopkinsville. So Brunswick, Radical, Deviate, all the stuff that was being made in Mexico was pretty close to the Brunswick stuff. But depending on how the ball rolls, the settling into the cover, the breaking into the cover is going to affect some reactions.
Yeah,
more like the Deviate stuff that's already very chuggy, early, strong. When those start to die a little bit, you notice it a whole lot more because they're already really slow to begin with. And so you notice it more. But whenever I would put something in the detox and see how much oil came out of stuff and how much.
Oh, wow. That's sick. Sorry.
How much. Yeah, we're in the 9th frame where as Conan just rolled a 10 pin, he's still out of the match. I mean, he's down by 20 right now, and he needed that just to have any prayer. And so we'll see what Cooley does in the last couple frames. But Hammer was by far and away the worst. And I don't know why it was so much worse than the other Ebonite balls, because Ebonite, Track, Columbia, and Hammer should have all kind of been the same because they came out of the same plant, same general formulas that are shared and kind of adjusted, whatever else. Hammer was terrible. I mean, you could throw one of the Hammer balls for 10 or 15 games and it would just gush oil for, I don't know how many times. I think that did it.
That's a wiener.
Cooley strikes in the 9th frame, and that's pretty well the game. Even if he opens, as Conan had, I think that's pretty well it.
Black Widow 2.0 definitely died quicker than I was expecting. After detoxing, I went back to new, but died again within like 10 more games. Yeah, that's the problem with their stuff. I'm not going to sit there and knock them, but it's as much money as you spend on their bowling balls.
Well, that's the only reason I stopped throwing Hammer, because like I said, I had multiple honor scores. I had 4 300. The Jigsaw Trap is still the one I've had the most overall success with. I had 4 300 with it and 2 800s with it in the 4 months I was able to throw it. I think I threw it for maybe 50 or 60 games. And of those 60 games, 4 of those were 300s, and I had 2 800s in there too. And like I said, every single other Hammer ball I drilled, I had honor scores with. And I shot my highest set at Nationals with a Taboo after it died, funny enough. It made it a really good Nationals ball because it acted like a promotion.
Well, yeah. Then
so I just...
Well, sometimes the balls that died, though, you keep them around because it'll be smooth and it won't be as strong. You can actually throw them.
As long as they're still round and continuous, it makes balls that die work really good on tougher patterns.
Which would be really good on short.
Because they still roll good, but they're not quite as sensitive.
So it'd be good on like a shorter pattern too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But yeah, Hammer balls die way faster than anything else.
This is why we need more spec balls.
Yeah. That's the thing is, spec acts like a dead ball out of the gates, but it doesn't burn energy. The Gravity Evolve was bad because that core wants to shape and that cover doesn't.
I just want to see everybody to see my wife throw the Gravity Evolve one time, and they will never buy spec again.
The best spare ball.
The
But
best fair ball ever.
I just made another deal for a promotion.
Did you really?
Plus, I've got several more coming. So, all right. So I'm going to turn on the P. We just got done. Cooley won that one pretty easily. So, I'm going to
see. That's one thing I didn't know. Was Lane 1 poured in the same facility that Motive is?
Yes, Lane 1 was
See, I
actually.
didn't know
Well, actually, what happened is that Motive used to make Brunswick's cores
I didn't know
for
that.
them.
Yep.
So, but Brunswick poured Lane 1's covers for a while. And so Motive would make the Lane 1 cores and the Brunswick cores, as far as I know. And then wherever they poured the covers, Lane 1 covers they were Brunswick covers.
Yeah.
But then Lane 1 lost their deal with Brunswick and started having Columbia pour their covers. And so they were poured in Hopkinsville for a little while. And then I think that they started having Global pour their covers. So they moved to San Antonio or some other odd nonsense or whatever.
I think that's when they started.
I think the San Antonio plant was Columbia before Ebonite bought everything.
Yeah.
And so it's a very long. But I think, the Lane 1 covers started getting poured in San Antonio by Columbia.
So our owner actually used to work for Brunswick.
So I'm going to turn.
How come Lane 1 shut down? That's a good question. Probably just not the demand for
the bowling balls were too expensive, and once Columbia started pouring their covers, they went downhill fast. I think Lane 1 was making the best stuff out there. Period. When Brunswick was pouring their covers,
and Motive was doing their cores, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back when they had Brunswick covers, they were great. Whenever they lost that deal, they started going downhill because
back in the
Columbia
Tsunami days. The Tsunami was
good.
Sick.
Yeah.
Tsunami, the Buzzsaw, sick.
All right, so
you're going. Oh, looks like we're going to turn on some PWBA stuff.
For those of you that know, the Queens is starting here in a couple minutes.
There you go. For those of you that don't know Luke that well, he is a big time PWBA fan.
PWBA, and the women have gotten. They have so many that are so good right now.
Yeah, that's a fact. The owner was kind of a shady guy, Richie's. Okay. They just said hashtag promotion sucks.
Yeah.
Them fighting words with Luke.
Yeah.
Them fighting words. I own
all the promotions. I got Belmo to comment on my post the other day.
I saw that. I own Tsunami, and isn't some of the Lane 1 cover our cores illegal because of how hard they are? That I'm not sure about, man. Right?
No, I don't think.
I don't think so. Yeah. For the owner was kind of a shady guy, Richie Sposato. Was that the
Richie Sposato?
Sposato, was that the Lane 1 owner?
Yes.
That's okay.
I think it was one of those things where he just didn't really understand what he was doing. They had that one core, and they kind of made adjustments to that core. He's like, "Well, I want this." It's like, "Well, we can't do that." Yeah. Well, but I want this. It's like, okay, whatever.
Okay, whatever, dude. Yeah.
And so I think it was just, and he was dead set on the whole, throw Lane 1 balls, your average will go up 10 pins and whatever else. And it's not really how it works. Plus, they were a whole lot more expensive.
They were proud of their stuff, that's for sure. I own a Tsunami. Tsunami is definitely was a good one. They made some of the coolest spare balls that were out there. Didn't they have like a bomb or something like that?
Yeah, Randall had one of those.
Yeah, he did.
The clear bomb or whatever.
Yeah, they were pretty slick.
Mm-hmm.
He also had a Tsunami too.
Yeah, it had that blue core inside of it, the blue diamond core, and then it was the clear.
That's right. And those are right now. If you can find those, they're like gold.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, here. Phone's blowing up. Cherry Bomb was an amazing ball. Yeah, Cherry Bomb was really good. They bring him back to old days.
Yeah, I had a bunch of them there for a while. I had the Emerald Buzzsaw, the Cranberry, the Blueberry, the Emerald.
There you go.
Yeah, that I already mentioned. Then the Cherry Bomb, the Black Cherry Bomb.
Another brand that made some sneaky, really good bowling balls. I wouldn't even say sneaky because a lot of guys on tour was backed on Mo Rich. Mo Rich had some really good stuff. I personally never threw anything Mo Rich, but let's just say Walter Ray made them famous.
For a while with
oh yeah, I mean he was show after show after show. And I think I'm trying to think. Devaney was with was with Moritz for a little bit. I want to say Danny Wiseman was with Moritz for a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Yeah, there was a lot of them. There was
they had some good players
on.
on their staff. The red one, I can't think of the name of the red one. That Rob Stone would say, Red Ball 5.
Not Low Rich, Mo Rich.
Yeah,
it
Mo,
was
sorry.
Mo Pinnell's brand.
Out of St. Louis, Missouri, by the way.
Yeah, before he started Radical.
Yeah.
It was Mo Rich.
Out of St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was Visionary. Which,
Mm-hmm.
wasn't Visionary out of St. Louis as well?
I think so.
Yeah. Never heard of them. Yeah, they were really popular back in the day on, I wouldn't say back in the early 2000s.
Early 2000s.
2000 to 2010, they were really popular. Walter Ray made a ton of
Yeah.
shows. Go back and watch
Dino
some more
Thane,
shows.
yeah.
Dino Thane. Just shows you how good that guy was.
Yeah.
Now he's because Walter's with Brunswick now, right?
Uh-huh.
I never realized that he got divorced and remarried either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I was watching one of the the goats where they
Yeah.
did beat
Mm-hmm.
Norman, and then he said something about his new wife, and I'm thinking, what?
Yeah.
I had no idea. Not to talk about his marriage life, but
Yeah.
Mo was such an amazing guy. I actually never met him, and he was a smart guy. That's for sure. That's for sure.
All right. So, for those of you that are looking for something to do here, keep watching us, of course, because this is wildly entertaining. We have 2-pound gummy bears. I'm going to have to go get the gummy bear again and show everybody what they miss.
Yeah, because we got some new folks in here. Go for it if you want to.
Yeah. But we
About ready for another one?
we finished watching the Cooley-Ascona match. So it's Kyle Troop versus Sam Cooley today, and both of the guys have had the same kind of. They've just outbowled everybody in the bracket the entire time. Kyle Troop squeaked out the very first round, but Cooley's looked pretty dominant. This is going to be a ridiculously good match today.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's
So-
1 Central, correct? Or is
Yep.
it noon?
It's 2 p.m. Eastern time.
Of course it is. I have to be at a graduation party today, so I won't get to watch, unfortunately. Are the Hustles worth anything? I haven't seen much of them. That's a Luke question. He'll be right back. Mo Rich, Frizzy Jonathan. Thank you. What?
Yeah. Bringing out the 2-pound gummy bear on the pizza platter here.
without
Pizza pan.
without its feet.
Without feet.
Yeah.
We already ate the feet. 2-pound gummy bear. Man, this smells so good.
It looks like a cat.
Yeah. 2-pound gummy bear. So I got this in 2017 in Syracuse at Nationals, and it's been sitting in the pantry for 4 years. And so I thought, we had to make this happen. And so Ray had a foot, Amanda had a foot, and I kind of shaved a little bit more off the foot. People were saying it's like, well, they're more just for show or whatever. They're not very good. This is fantastic. This gummy bear is amazing.
Smells good. And didn't you say it
came
smells
in
like?
and left, and I was going to have him try the gummy bear.
Yes, he did. Didn't you say it kind of smells like the dark code?
Yeah, it smells like dark code.
Huh. And if it smells like the dark code, the ball's gonna smell amazing.
Yeah.
Hate to leave that in the car on a hot day. Yeah, actually, the car would smell good.
Oh my gosh, yeah, the car would smell amazing. Just put that thing under your seat and let it live there, because nothing's gonna happen to it. It's just gonna melt all over everything. And
All right.
all right. So anyway, if you want something to watch here before the next match, the the 64-person bracket at the Queens just started. So they had 3 qualifying days. Our social media manager, Blair, for Storm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's FedEx truck. I wonder if we have anything. Oh, yep, we do. They're pulling right in here.
What are you getting?
I don't know. Yep, Missile knows the FedEx truck.
So does Storm ship FedEx?
Unfortunately, that's why we didn't go.
Listen to the pups. Is it good stuff? Thumbs up. We talked about this the other day.
Our FedEx driver is amazing, though. If FedEx doesn't screw it up getting here, our FedEx driver is great. But anyway, bulltv.com is where the they do it just like the Masters. So they have 3 qualifying rounds, and Brianna Clemmer.
That drives me insane.
Yeah.
Save that for practice.
I'm gonna try it.
Uh huh.
I'm gonna try it.
If they get you to turn it, I'm good for it.
Well, Yeah, don't dump it. Go for it.
Yeah,
Did we not
stick that
have
arm
any-
out there.
Did we not have anything, or did she put it
You
in?
just dropped it. Someone else. Someone get it.
Oh,
From the garage.
okay.
I need that shirt.
It probably saw that I was here and was gonna mess with it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Not mine. My UPS driver will throw my motive balls on the front porch.
You can hear it
We'll
inside
be-
the house.
Is this door open?
Yeah, yeah.
Unless it's like a screen door. Yeah,
Yeah.
We'll be sitting there and all you hear is donk. And we're like, oh
The
no.
balls are here.
Brianna Clemmer.
Practicing for nationals. I'll watch later, fellas. Sounds good, man. Thanks for hanging out for a couple minutes.
Yep,
Not sure how long you were in here.
the arm thing. Oh, good morning. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Good morning to you too, sir.
you'll get to see the 2-pound gummy bear. Brianna Clemmer finished qualified 64th. Uh-oh, fragile. Oh, that's my whiskey, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, the good stuff. Don't drop that. Here, man,
Yeah.
grab that or here, hand it to
No.
me. Somebody.
I told her to give it to one of you.
Okay, that's my Flaviar thing. Ooh. I got another.
It says fragile.
I got, yeah. Fragile?
Oh, you know it's whiskey. You can hear it. Bloop. Sounds like your gut after drinking a bunch of water.
I didn't clean this off.
You move and you can hear your gut. Whoop.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. PM 1,000. Who's your pick, Jonathan and Luke? Our pick for the finals today, I'm assuming. Station.
I think it's gonna have to be Kyle.
That's
I mean,
that's what you're
it's
talking
just-
about. I'm going Kyle.
It's
yeah.
no disrespect against Sam Cooley at all. It's just I cut up a bunch of carpet with this the other day, so
I got you. I got you over here.
yeah, just
Maybe not.
maybe.
There's
Yeah,
a couple
no.
layers of tape
They
up there.
here.
Yeah, there's a million.
Yeah, they didn't mess around with
I
that.
cut a bunch of carpet up with that the other day, so it's not very sharp. I almost killed myself because I wasn't wearing a mask. Luckily, it was really wet carpet.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. They
There you are, sir. Yeah, well, I think both of us are gonna go. We're gonna go Kyle Troop. I think. Who's our special guest over here? What's your pick? Do you want to be
Okay.
different? Do you want to be different and
I
go?
mean, I'll pick Sam.
All right. So the missus is gonna go Sam. I mean, should I just go Sam so that we can have like a side bet on this for the people that watch
This
us?
is only a $7.50. Okay. Anyway, I have a Flaviar subscription that my wife got me for Valentine's Day that didn't show up until like a couple weeks ago. But this is my second selection. I got some Jameson Black Barrel.
You got something else in here too. I'm sure.
Yeah, that's another Scotch taster, I'm pretty sure. So
You got cognac that showed up last time. You've never even had cognac or something like that.
yeah, well, they sent the wrong bottle, and that's turned into a major fiasco because FedEx.
Hashtag.
FedEx was supposed to deliver. She didn't want the whiskey sitting out front on the porch. It was supposed to deliver on Monday.
You ready for a space camper or something?
Yeah, go grab whatever else.
Oh, my butt is asleep.
Tape. They love tape on this stuff. And so it was supposed to deliver on a Monday. Well, Angel had it changed to a FedEx delivery point was like Dollar General or something like that. But then I had the week off, and so she wanted to change it back. Well, she couldn't change it back for some reason because FedEx. And it said FedEx attempted to deliver it, which they actually never did because Dollar General is a holding point for FedEx. So they just take everything there and leave it there if you decide to leave it there. They never tried to deliver it.
Okay.
And FedEx is also separate. The commercial and ground is separate for FedEx. So she went to a commercial shipping location. They said, "Oh, this must be ground. It's not in my system. Whatever else." Didn't help her with it. And so my whiskey replacement for the cognac that was sent in error by Flaviar is still being held by FedEx
The best idea.
because FedEx is terrible. You know, if you're in the
The
business,
office is terrible.
yeah, in the office, yeah, I told them about the office too. Like, so I mean, if you're in a business of delivering packages and you don't deliver the packages, then that's bad. And then if people can't even go pick up the packages from the frickin' distribution center or whatever, that's also bad.
They claim I can, but they want basically a DNA sample first.
Yeah. So
Really?
FedEx is just terrible. FedEx is just awful. I have no idea how they're actually still in business. It makes no sense whatsoever.
That one, I think USPS is better than FedEx.
Yeah, USPS right now is better than FedEx.
So our next one that we're going to go to is one of my personal favorites.
Yeah.
One of the best IPAs out there is Boulevard Space Camper. Space Camper. It is one of the best. It's really good. Norseman also has one of the best IPAs I've ever had too. So, which would be the, is that the new one? What is the new one called?
Fog of War Double IPA.
It is amazing.
Oh man, every one of the tasters comes with its own. I got another
Coaster?
I got another coaster, another Flaviar coaster.
Sweet.
I'm gonna use that right now.
Heck yeah.
Those are like clay
Crunchy
or
corn.
whatever else. Let me see. Scotch. Flavors of Scotch Volume 2.
What? Try and get as even as possible. And blah. Here you are, sir. Oh, you're showing off your stuff here.
Yeah.
You can take that, set that on Luke's tray over there for me.
Flavors of Scotch Volume 2. So they have these little tasters. You can select a bottle and a taster every like 4 months or something like that.
Just save those for next time.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
do them right now.
Let's say you freaking that beer look pretty. Let's not be people.
We're only on beer number 1.5.
Technically.
Well, there's more in the fridge. So.
Yeah.
we may
I
not
know
get
there's
to that.
more coming.
We may just
The
leave that one
Highlands.
for next week.
Oaky
Oh.
Smoky. The Lowlands, gentle and non-peaty.
We've also already had that
Speyside,
I
sweet
just
and
brought it
oaky.
in the
Oh,
fridge.
okay.
The Voodoo. Right there. Had to bring the Space Camper though.
Yeah.
So
Highlands, Lowlands,
Mm-mm.
Speyside, the Islands, and the Campbelltown.
Remember back when USBC used to
Oh,
give out
what the-
coasters for certain achievements? Yeah, USBC ever was a joke, and they're still a joke.
Yeah, USB-C is terrible.
They're.
Scotch.
I remember when they bought YABA and ABC and all that, and they were saying, "Oh, we're going to change bowling. It's going to be great."
Oh,
Blah,
they
blah,
changed
blah,
it.
Blah. They definitely changed bowling.
It's terrible.
Yeah. How many lefty 300s do you have, Luke? He has one.
I have one. I've been really close several different times, and I've somehow been. I had, let's see, I had a 299 that was a flat 7-pin that shouldn't have been anywhere close to 299, and then I've had several times where it's been ruined in like the 9th frame, or my chance even has been by a drive-by 8 or a stone 9 or a solid 10 or just something ridiculous that happened. Sample A is Stronici. Sample B is Glenallachie. Ooh, and Port Ascag. I think I've had that before. That's really good. All right, so yeah, the Scotch is going to be good.
We'll have to save those for next time or something.
Anyway, yeah, we'll do those next time.
Remember back when I'm trying to catch on with comments here. Both playoffs screens. You know, I don't think we have had a lot of comments here. So now, yeah, we're sitting here watching the open round of match play at
Yep.
the Queens. It is the same style of match play as
The Masters.
Masters,
So yeah, it's
which is
three-
the best format in bowling.
Yeah, it's great because they have 3 days. So there's 15 games of qualifying.
Yep.
The top 64 go into a double elimination bracket.
Yep.
I think it's double elimination.
It is double elimination. If you
So
lose,
they
you go into the
bowl-
loser's bracket. Yep.
Yeah, and they bowl 3-game matches.
Yep.
So it's 3 games total pins.
Only thing I think is stupid about that is when you get on TV. The whole tournament's like that. I think you should still
Yeah,
stay.
and then you have single pins.
So like the guy that's the leader of the tournament come TV show, say he hasn't lost a match.
Mm-hmm.
He should get another opportunity.
Yeah, because it's not double elimination on TV. All of a sudden it goes to
Should-
single.
And it should be. That's just my opinion, because a lot of the
So-
times the guys that are on TV, most of them are not all of them are going to be in the winners bracket. You're going to have some losers
Yeah.
in there. So.
So that's what we're watching right now. Is the opening round of the 64-person bracket at the Queens. Danielle McEwen was the top seed, and she's putting it to Brianna Clemmer fairly early.
Maybe Clemmer's arm's getting tired.
Yeah, our very own Blair Blumenscheid, who is our social media manager at Storm, made the cut. She had a pretty wild day. She was pretty solidly inside the cut, and then she shot the first game of the last round. She shot 250, and then she went 160, 160, 150. Fell out of the cut.
Look at this match.
Ooh, Brianna Cote.
Brianna Cote versus Missy Parkin.
They just switched it over. Missy Parkin has the front 8. Brianna Cote has the front 7. So if y'all ain't watching, bowltv.com. I'm telling you what. If you want to watch some good old school, there's no two-handers. There's shot making. So if you want to watch like old school, you know,
and there's no
1990s, 2000, style bowling.
That the women aren't gonna compete with like a carry fest.
Yeah, the women don't compete. They're not going to compete in a carry contest. But if you want to watch some good old school classic shot making bowling, the women's tour is the best, and I love that stuff. I'm like Lou Brown in Major League 2 sitting in the hospital bed. I love this stuff.
But he's really watching, soaps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's no two-handers yet. The female two-handers are coming. Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're coming.
They're coming.
We've seen several of them.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're smaller build women. All the ones that I have seen for the most part.
They are.
There are a few, outside limit ones.
Yep.
But the ones that I've seen that are really doing great, when he stuck me in that Team Fish thing a couple years ago, there was one gal there.
Yeah.
She was her and Anthony Simonson and Kevin Williamson was the other.
Kevin Williams,
Yeah, it was the other one that were both.
Yeah.
And that's all she wanted to do. She's like, I didn't even want to go into the room. She just wanted to sit there on the lanes with them.
Really?
It was kind of wild.
I really think if she starts up, I'll teach her to go two-handed. It's the way the game's going to go.
Teach Ray two-handed. That'd be hilarious. I'd love to see that.
You have to admit, though, that's the way the game's going. It's just everybody's going to be that way before it's all said and done.
I think the way it's going to go is that you're going to either have Francois or two-handed bowling. There's not going to be a whole lot of in between.
So you're saying you're going to have Jonathan style and you're going to have
two-handed. Yeah. Anything in between is kind of, you just either need to go for it or be a Frankie.
I posted my VIP premiere in general, and I said, what was it? The VIP Affliction premiering Sunday night at 5, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. I said, yes, I know I have no hand.
Yeah. All right. We lost the feed.
Yes, I'm a little guy. I don't turn it a whole lot. But, make shots when you do.
It's the little rectangle box that makes it full screen for some reason.
But I can get on strings just like the best of them. I quietly threw 14 in a row after shooting 160 the other night.
Is this just?
Yeah, you're moving.
No, there we go.
Yeah, I just had to refresh it.
This might be a 279-300 match here.
Sit there.
And right through the face.
Front 8, big 4. All right.
What'd I do?
Totally jinxed that.
Yeah.
Well,
But yeah, this is.
The only thing I will say, I do not like the metallic skirt. I don't know who started that trend.
Stephanie Johnson.
Well, you won't catch me wearing a metallic skirt.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
Just a puppy dog paw earrings.
Exactly. Are you going to cover it? Oh.
She give it a run.
What? Drink? Oh, you want to sit with me? Come here. You can
yeah. Hang out.
Don't make faces, though. So those that haven't seen,
she's a whole lot more adorable than we are.
That didn't start the beginning of this. This is my little mini me here.
Mm-hmm. Ray.
Can you say hi?
Yeah, black clouded again. Yeah, they switched as soon as they switched over. Brianna left the 2-pin and Missy went big 4. So
there she's waving to everybody. Get them all virtual fist bump. Oh,
yeah.
There you go. Okay. Too many fist bumps. Redo.
Yeah.
So we're you gonna sit here and watch some bowling with us while we sit here and talk?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, Missy.
It's gonna be
So unfortunately here, it looks like Brianna Cote, well, there's not really a winning a game here because it's 3-game, it's 3-game total pins. And so it really matters a whole lot less. I mean, you're just trying to get as many pins as possible. you're kind of paying attention to the games because you want to keep an eye on how close or how far away you are. But it's a different type of an attitude versus a single game.
Future PWBA, I remember right there.
Uh-huh.
That's what she put on her board on her first day of kindergarten.
Yeah.
That's what she wanted to be.
What are you doing?
That's
Can you
the
sit up? Can you sit up?
Yeah.
Your hair is a hot mess, child.
Yeah.
She's been playing.
You been playing in the garage?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you headbanging?
Yeah.
No. She looked at me. She says, "I knew she wanted to sit here." So
Her hair is okay now. Meanwhile, like Jillian Martin has Kelly Kulick hair that just does what it wants to do 100% of the time. So it just kind of goes this way and then.
yeah. Or even you just have my hair. Be glad you have hair, people.
Yeah. And I think one of those things it's kind of funny that it does seem to be kind of generational because my grandpa had a bunch of, I mean, he had a full head of hair when he died at 98, and my dad started losing his at 35 or whatever, and I'm just not even
It's
close
supposed
to.
to follow your mother's dad.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Your hair is supposed to follow your mother's dad.
Well, my
So,
family,
yeah.
my genes missed it. I started losing hair at 16 years old. My grandpa had hair.
Yeah, me and my brother haven't. So.
Jealous.
Anyhow, so what we're watching again is go to bulltv.com. If you're not subscribed, subscribe,
Angel, can you share the Discord too?
because they have
Oh, yeah.
they have
Doesn't get
PBA. I'm pretty sure that they have PBA 50 events, and they have a lot of the women's tour. They have a bunch of stops this year.
BullTV.com.
Bunch of stops.
They
this
check
year.
them out, Bull
She
TV.
tugged the crap out
They
of
have all Bull TV or PBA 50s all on flow.
Brianna's going to shoot 250 as well. So Missy Parkin shot 252 the first game.
Look
She had
at
a big four and
Look at the camera.
just some
You can look at
unfortunate
yourself.
stuff.
It's no big deal.
Yeah. I spend most of my time looking at how stupid I look, but
PBA 50 stuff is on flow.
oh, okay.
Yeah. Unless the Bull TV may do the US. The
Everyone,
senior
yeah,
US
Bull TV does if it's USBC stuff. So I think they had like both Bull TV and Flow Bowling had like the Masters and US Open qualifying
for the PBA. Yeah, because Flow people, they're not going to make people. I think they came up with something with Bull TV or USBC or agreement. Flow people that already.
Oh, Brianna, she lost, but she didn't lose.
Flow people that already pay for that are not going to want to go to Bull TV and pay another.
Yeah, but we have both. Well, we have Flow Bowling because we got grandfathered in from grandpersoned in.
Grand person in.
Yeah, from a extra frame that was like $8 a month. So we're not paying the $30 a month for Flow Bowling, which would hurt a little bit. The Bull TV is, I don't know, it's like $6 a month or something. Bull TV is not bad, and I like really like the PWBA stuff anyway. Plus they have a bunch of archive stuff. They've added a bunch of older shows, so they have a lot of old PBA or PWBA finals on there. They have a bunch of collegiate shows on there. They have a bunch of everything on there. So even if it's not the live stuff, you can find a bunch of old vintage stuff that they've uploaded on Bull TV too. So, and even if I don't know why anybody wouldn't be a PWBA fan, but
ooh, right there to start. So here's a question for you: do you think Frankie's the best one-hander on the tour at the moment?
Cooley's making a real push, but yeah, Frankie's one of those that he keeps it as simple as possible. That's all he does. It's like, we're just gonna hit the pocket. We're just gonna obliterate. He's got an old man game, is what Frankie has. Frankie's got an old guy game like Walter Ray and Norm Duke and whatever else. He's just gonna beat the pocket to death, and he's gonna let everybody else beat themselves. Not so much that those guys ever won tournaments. They let their opponents beat themselves because they just didn't miss the pocket. They didn't miss spares. And, it's just going to come down to whoever else is you know, what the other person does. It's not going to be Frankie giving it away or Norm,
Yeah, I agree.
Walter. They never gave it away. They let the other person kind of determine what was going on. We're back to watching Danielle McEwen and Brianna Clemmer. This is the 1 versus 64 match. But once you get into this, it doesn't. Danielle's up by 24 after game 1.
What's that?
There's a Pikachu blanket there. She wants that.
Yeah, underneath the Chiefs blanket. Pikachu.
And Angel posted in the Discord here, or in the chat here, or the Discord link. Come hang out with us in Discord. You want to go ahead and plug the rest of that there?
Yeah, and actually, my brought my shirt down.
Uh-oh.
Heck and urethane.
Should I do it?
T-shirt. Yep, go for it.
You can head over to luke.bowlinglabs.com and you can pick up these beautiful Heck and Urethane t-shirts, as well as these Panda Pack patches. Proceeds of these patches go to Positive Tail KC and support a good cause because they do really good things for the pups, as well as Luke and Angel also do a really cool thing. It's September-ish? Is that when you do it?
Oh, we do it for her birthday.
No. We do it
Or
at the
what?
end of the year.
End of the year, yeah.
Oh yeah, and Christmas. We start on her birthday and we do it for Christmas now for the
Yeah.
fundraiser for Positive Tales Kansas City.
Yep.
And they actually have cats too. So it's mainly a dog rescue, but they also have cats.
Yeah. So
I don't think they do the cats. They partner with someone else.
Oh, they partner with somebody else that does. So
I
I think it's
they do.
actually Positive Tales Dog Rescue is the name of the organization.
but on the shirts as well, they also have zip up and regular hoodies as well.
Mhm.
Yep.
Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool. All right, Brianna Clemmer here now starts with a double. Start game. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave you by yourself.
Starts with a that's fine. Starts with a double in game 2, and she is currently, where's our differential here? She's currently trailing by 24. Is that right? 28.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's currently trailing by 24 in the match. This is game 2 of 3.
Yeah.
So this should actually be a pretty good one.
Those that are in here, does anybody want to see any bowling balls? I can bring bowling balls up.
Yeah, does anybody in here want to see some bowling balls?
No, don't ask for the new stuff.
Yeah, don't ask for the new stuff. It won't happen. Angel said she's more than happy to grab some new some stuff, not the new stuff. There's some old school stuff you're interested in seeing.
Yeah, just want to look at bowling balls.
I think I know of one that you can bring up.
Oh, what's that?
Trauma.
The trauma.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's any others so I don't make like 20 trips.
So yeah, put in the chat here any bowling balls you want to see, maybe overseas, old school. That
Yeah, Luke loves talking about bowling balls. So
yeah, he does. I know Angel's got Luke and Angel have a depth charge, trauma. I'm trying to think of some other stuff they have over there. Luke has like a phase from overseas.
He has a hammer taboo.
He has a hammer taboo blank, by the way. Eternal domination.
That was getting plugged. I could go grab that because it's chose his plug job.
That one is currently getting plugged, but we can grab that. Anything else in here you want to see? I do not have any bowling balls over here, so no, don't ask me if you want to see anything on my side.
That would actually, you should probably do that sometime, like bring like the VIP or something.
I do have the VIP. Speaking of VIP, you can check out my channel tonight at 5 o'clock. I'm premiering my video for the VIP.
Yep.
Jonathan Hawes. It's just Jonathan Hawes.
Yep.
5 p.m. It's not a very long video. It's only 1:40. So.
Yep.
It's basically a ball motion video. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Not like Luke. I don't spend the time to sit there and talk to the peeps about it.
Yeah.
A multilingual signaling. That's great.
Yeah.
Yep.
The shirt's fantastic.
Yeah.
Because I did it.
I like it. You're missing the bottom one. There it is. We've only had one request.
I speak Panda.
Eternal domination. That's what I speak like when I wake up in the
No,
morning.
still done.
Wait for Pam to get it.
Yeah, the Eternal Domination looks amazing. I'm really happy with the way that turned out. I need to cut the fingers still, but it's going to look fine. So the Eternal Domination was gifted to me once again by Mr. Tani Shabani because he really liked it. He thought I needed to try it. This is R3X Pearl with the Rad something or other, the Rad Plus core. So Eternal Domination, I drilled it righty and I threw it for less than a game, I think. I tried it a couple times. It went right back in the box and it sat there.
I think it's my
Where
turn.
it didn't crack, by the way, for like 3 years because I know how to drill stuff. And I have plugged the thumb that you really can't even see unless you're looking right at it. It's right there. So, I mean, unless you're trying to find it,
Yeah.
which is fortunate enough that it was in the, so yeah, it's right there. So you can see it if you're really looking for it. So it's right, so you can see the edges of the hole right there when I'm shining the light on it. But otherwise, you just can't even tell that there's a thumb hole there. So it's just fortunate it was in the darker side. But this is what that looks like. And it's in a very swirly part of the ball. But once I cut that and finish that, you're not going to be able to see that either. So this is going to be very cool. Really excited about this one. Overseas.
I like the color on that one. I'll wait for the other one because Jonathan wanted that one.
Which one?
He wanted that one.
Oh, the trauma, yeah.
Leave it in here right now.
Trauma
Is there
recovery.
any others you want me to grab?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
My turn.
Mistle dog.
Drama.
Remember Mistle?
Did you already bring that one out?
Yep.
She's waiting for you.
There you go. Let me show that one off. Because this one of my favorite ones down there.
Yep.
Oh, I got my hand for still wet.
This is thanks once again to Mr. Anthony Moore from Las Vegas. This is one of the ugliest balls ever made, but it's one of my favorites. This brings back a bunch of memories from back in the youth days. My first storm ball was the original Trauma. And then this ball is just the ugliest thing you've ever seen. I don't know who approved these colors, but this is just terrible.
Yeah.
But it was a really, really good ball.
The superpower was pretty ugly.
Yeah,
too, though.
it was a really, really good ball. Storm back then was making like really, really cool looking stuff and really, really ridiculously ugly looking stuff.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be bad if it didn't look like that weirdish tan.
Yeah,
brown
this
color.
tan brown
Gold
thing is what
color.
messes it up. If this was like silver or
No, but
something,
that ball was
be
so
a different
good.
story. But yeah, this trauma recovery was so amazing. So,
Morning, Luke from Vegas.
oh, yep. Blake lives in or unless you are there for nationals or something. Oh,
Are you there for nationals or are you living
yeah.
in
This
Vegas?
is another one that's really
There you go, there's
interesting.
another one.
Got this for $20 in Kansas City. It's a bicentennial BPAA plastic ball, but
We don't
nobody
know the story behind it.
seems to know anything about this.
We've tried to research ourselves. We've contacted some other people.
Yeah, some other people are supposed to know stuff about this, and nobody has any idea what's going on with this ball.
200, is that what it says on the other side?
Yeah.
Little dot,
It says,
200 years.
yeah,
Bowling Proprietors Association.
yeah, it's a bicentennial ball.
Yep, we got here last
So,
night. We're from Michigan. Fantastic. Good luck, Blake. Bowl
I
well.
really have no
Big
idea
scores.
That's weird.
what's going on with this ball.
That is the
Nobody has
reddest
any,
ball
but
I've ever
somebody
seen.
had it in their basement and just wanted to get rid of it. She found it on a for sale trade group or whatever. We drove to Kansas City and gave somebody a $20 bill for this ball. So they just had it kind of sitting in their basement.
Is
They
it
had,
15?
Yeah.
You should drill it just for fun.
yeah. No, it's probably worth several $100s, but
Once you figure out what it is.
yeah.
That is the reddest ball I've ever seen. Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no other logos on it except for that BPAA scribe and then
I
a
don't
little-
know if it was like an award ball or
It's
special
like a
edition.
bicentennial coin. It's just a bicentennial ball.
I know, but I don't know if it was
Or what-
open to people
okay.
to buy or how did it come about.
is it 15 or 16?
This one's 16.
I say it felt heavy.
Yeah, this one's 16. We've got a couple 16s down there, but they're not ones that either one of us plan to throw. So
Do you guys have a Storm Paradigm? I love that ball. I threw the
Nope, do
Paradigm.
not.
Threw the Paradigm when I was younger.
That's one of the ones I didn't get.
I did. I threw the crap out.
I think
of
the
it.
Paradigm was the first Premier line ball because they had the Master line, which was the Traumas. That used to be their asymmetric line,
think
but
you're
then
right.
the Paradigm
I think
was
you're right.
the first Premier line ball
Yep.
when they introduced that.
Paradigm was very good.
Yep.
It was up
I
there.
do remember that.
It was up there with as good as like the X Factor Ace.
Hmm.
All yeah. So all those were good.
Danielle's still putting it on Brianna here. Once again, boldtv.com. You got to go check out they're into this. The Queens is the PWBA or the Women's Masters, basically. Or the Masters is the men's Queens.
The Masters is the men's.
Yeah.
You could basically say that.
Well, as far as it's an open,
Don't they actually have a women's Masters?
Queens. Yeah, it's not the Masters. Yeah, the Queens is the Masters.
That's right. But
yeah.
I thought they called it.
What are you doing,
She's
Bear Dog?
excited.
She's that crazy thing
What are you doing, Bear Dog? Yeah, your little tail there.
I'm here.
Mistletoe. Mistle baby.
You guys ever thrown it? Have you thrown it uproar? I have not.
No. The uproar was another one of the ones that I missed.
I can pup alert here. Yeah, Astrid's just like
Mr.
off
Dog.
in her world over there.
Hi, Bear
She's
Dog.
good.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Such a bad bear.
What? So we get shaking around here, but
So yeah, we're
not sure how much
once
longer.
again we're watching the Queens right now.
Not sure how much longer you're wanting to go here. So
Yeah,
we're already an hour 40 in.
Yeah, whenever you guys need to leave.
We'll be getting ready to head out here shortly.
Yeah.
Probably in the next 5 minutes, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Why? What's up?
Didn't know if you wanted to fit another beer in.
I mean, I can.
Yeah.
I got the Voodoo Ranger in. I can do one more. You got it?
Voodoo.
Yeah. Unless you had something else you wanted to try.
No, it's fine.
We're still sitting here hanging out. Luke's got to go to a graduation today. I have to go to a grad party. Or else we could sit here and stream with you all day.
Yeah.
Sit here all day and watch.
Yeah, just
Boy,
sitting here
you're
and
streaming with you.
streaming.
Got us.
Yeah, which one's that one?
We look like a couple of drunks.
Yeah.
That's normal.
Hey. Run that poor woman. She's about to get fired from pouring duties here.
Yeah. So back to the whole point of the stream.
Hot wire, yes, I have thrown. How about you?
Oh yeah, there's a hot wire in the basement. Believe it or not, it has no labels left. It's also one of the ugliest balls you've ever seen. Oh, Brianna.
Another one that was sneaky good in the storm line back in the days was the hot rod.
Yeah.
The hot rod was amazing.
Man, Danielle's just putting it to Brianna here. Danielle shot 228 the first game, and now she's on 280 pace. She needs the back four now for 280.
Her arm must be getting tired.
Yeah. Brianna's that extra arm.
She stands on the approach like this with her arm all the way out, every shot.
Arm out for balance.
You're making this.
Aspen Pig. Pig, you want to go outside?
More entertainment what's in her face.
Yeah, go on, Pig. Aspen, come here, Piggy. Come here, Piggy. There you go, Pig. Go outside.
If you'd have touched her butt, she would have. Ooh.
Yeah. She'd have taken off.
That's it, baby. It's close enough.
It doesn't matter.
Is that Luke's?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. That was all I brought too. So we're
Yep.
good. 3 beers.
Voodoo Ranger.
I had a hot rod. Ball was amazing. Yes, because it was really good. That was a ball that I went to a lot in transition when I'd bowl like a Heart of America back in the day in youth days.
Mm-hmm.
And it would come out about game. God, that arm.
Yeah,
Come out
that
about game
arm.
5, and it would just give me the world, man.
Brianna Clemmer is really, really good. She bowled for the O'Keefes.
Kendry, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Bowled for the O'Keefes at McKendree. And the arm thing, there's a drill that you do where you put your arm out, you hold the ball, and you put the arm out for some kind of balance or something like that. But she found out that she got really comfortable with that. And so that's just how she bowls now. She holds the ball with one arm or with one hand and just lets it kind of fall into the swing, and the other arm is out. It looks stupid, but I mean,
It looks so ridiculous.
But
Oh, she didn't do it there.
They won a national title.
She doesn't do it on her spares.
They
Because spares you can get a little.
they
quicker.
won both or 2 national titles, just like something or other. They won both titles one year that she was there, and she was the anchor. So I mean,
the bowling style thing, you do whatever you can make the best shot.
yeah, it doesn't matter how Jacob Buttra. It doesn't matter how stupid
Is it
looks.
Chris Cagle? Is his name? Cagle's the one that
Denny Cagle. Yeah, that just shoves it.
he shoves it and backs. Does he
Yeah,
back it up
it's a shove backup ball.
with 2 hands? Well,
Yeah, Danielle's throwing an
chest.
idol.
Have you seen him throw it,
hmm
Angel?
Yeah, he shot puts it.
He like shot puts it.
He goes up there and his backswing.
Is this the one I put in Discord the other day, the video?
No, that's not the one with the guy threw it with two hands and then
He
finished.
he does he
No, not that
pumps
guy.
it a couple times and then shoves it backwards.
I said, did I just accidentally put?
No, it wasn't that guy.
Oh,
That guy was amazing. Did you see that? He throws it with two hands,
Oh yeah, and then he follows through with.
and then he posts
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's like, dude, please stop.
He just shot puts it and then he follows through.
So that's what I'm gonna do every time I
Yeah.
fall out of a shot. I'm
Oh,
just
Tim
gonna,
Cagle.
I'm just gonna fall out of it, and then I'm just gonna repost it. Tim Cagle, yeah, that's right. And then you got the other guy that finishes on the wrong foot.
I'm not sure who Daria, Verdi, and Diana are bowling against. I
Well-
remember seeing Daria's bowling, or Verdi's bowling against Angie Ramirez. Daria is bowling against, oh God, I gotta remember, I had the picture. She might be going against Maria Jose Rodriguez.
Speaking of PWBA, do you think Jillian Martin will focus more on bowling PBA tournaments instead of PWBA game? No, she's gonna bowl
She's gonna bowl PWBA because
There's a different. The PBA is a different animal.
Yeah, it's one of those things where she's gonna bowl. She's gonna do exactly what Danielle McEwen does. I bet you anything. She's gonna bowl the big, like the Masters, the U.S. Open,
Well, yeah, she'll bowl the majors.
World Series of bowling, stuff like that. Whenever it's convenient or whenever it's kind of more open. Other than that, she's gonna obliterate the PWBA tour.
She bowled the Masters.
Mhm.
She bowled the Masters. Didn't bowl bad, but she's still really young. She'll get better.
Yeah, she's 16. So I mean, she bowled the PBA Junior yesterday.
And she will be in
Yesterday and
Emporia.
today. Yeah, she's bowling in Emporia tomorrow against Poston.
Yeah. Is it tomorrow?
Yeah. Ottawa's still on her list for colleges.
No, it's not.
Yeah. No, Wichita State. But
It's what I wouldn't. No, I bet she doesn't go to Wichita State. I bet she ends up at a NCAA school
probably.
where she can actually get perks.
Mhm.
Like, look at the Nebraska. They've got an actual locker room.
Mhm.
Like, it's ridiculous,
yeah.
and a brand new facility.
Uh-oh. I don't have any idea what that was that Danielle just
Inside,
threw.
I
But
think maybe.
yeah, it might have been.
Kind of looked like
It was a
inside.
little bright, but I can't.
Danielle shoots 259 game
Yeah,
two.
this is over.
Pretty much done. Brianna Clemmer will
Watch
go
somebody
into
else. That, right? Yeah, that is an insight. It looks like that gold's really bright, but it's
kind of what I was thinking when I saw it.
the
going
only
down the
thing
lane.
it can be.
Yeah,
So yeah, Danielle is plus 87
through two.
now.
Brianna Clemmer
Through
can
two,
get
and Brianna Clemmer's just shooting deuces.
Oof.
Just
Clemmer's going to get
shooting
to
200s.
yeah. She's got to spare this to be in the 200.
yeah, she's gonna shoot 2020, so she's gonna go to the losers bracket because there's just no way she's beating Danielle by 80 something.
Total pinfall, right? Yeah, Malcolm.
Yeah,
It'll be three
total-
games total
total
pinfall.
pinfall.
Yep.
3 games, so it's just like the Masters format, which is just amazing. So we'll be able to watch this stuff all day. Plus the PBA Playoffs finals are at 1 Central, 2
we'll have a
Eastern.
couple hour breaks. We gotta go watch a graduation.
Yeah. I mean,
That still amazes me that she's got Ottawa on her list.
yeah. Well, I mean, she went there a year or two ago for kind of like a visitor or promotional thing, and she bowled Poston, and Poston, I guess, has gotten to know her dad really well, and so they talk all the time. And
So basically, he's still doing it to recruit.
yeah.
That's exactly what's happening. Come bowl me for a little bit of promotion here.
Mm-hmm.
That would be an amazing pickup for them.
Yeah.
It would if he could land her on the program,
Oh,
that would
yeah.
change their program, especially on the women's side.
Yep.
Ottawa actually has a really good school also.
I've heard
in
it's
the
pretty good.
area with a bunch of great other bowlers. There's awesome tournament scene around here. So
Yep.
there's something to be said if you go to a school for the bowling program,
Yep.
but then if you aren't like their top person, what do you get out of it?
Yep.
And then plus the college itself, what are you getting out of it?
I've heard that it's a good school.
Yeah, I mean, if she goes to Wichita State, she's going to be a standout, but she's going to be
just like all the other ones that are there. And they're all good.
Yeah, she's going to be one in a crowd. If she goes to Ottawa, she's going to be the one. But
'Cause
Ottawa's
she's
got
16.
a really good program. Yeah,
Is she
she's
17
16.
yet?
No, she's
So
16,
she goes to
so-
Wichita State. And she ends up going there. Think about it.
Mhm.
She'll get a couple years there while her and Spencer Rabarge are there. So
Mhm.
you'll have on the women's side Jillian Martin, on the guys' side Spencer Rabarge.
Mhm.
That's a pretty impressive.
Yeah,
It's pretty impressive.
but it's kind of a
And their men and women's team both just won a national title.
yeah. It's one of those things. Do you go to Wichita State and be still a standout, but be one of the crowd, or do you go somewhere where you can kind of create your own
Yeah, but
legacy and be a big?
I would look at it more of who can make my game better. I don't care if I have to be the top guy. Where am I going to learn the most? I
Yeah.
still think that's.
But it
that's-
also depends on what you're doing after. Is bowling going to be your career afterwards?
Yep.
Or are you tag teaming like
Well, and I think
Erin McCarthy, that she goes out and she bowls, but that's not her career.
And she bowls full time on the tour, though.
yeah,
I think she's bowling full time. But no,
But,
she's
yeah,
a nurse.
yeah, she's a nurse, so
Yeah.
she's got a career, and she does bowling more on the side.
And she was at the Swiss Trios. Oh,
Oh, wow, she almost got.
yeah, she bowled the Swiss Trios. I don't remember who she
Yeah,
bowled
she
with.
bowled Swiss Trios.
Yeah.
The one thing I didn't remember is I didn't realize that Biondo was still in school.
Yeah, I keep forgetting
He's
that.
so tall and just, yeah. He does not look like he's 16, 17 years old.
Wesley Lowe was still in school.
Yeah, does not. He's
Okay, so-
no, he graduated college. That's what he's talking about. We
Oh.
didn't know he was still in college.
He was still bowling on the Wichita State team.
Yeah,
Biondo and then Wesley
How old is
Lowe.
he?
I don't know.
he's
Oh, yeah, Wesley Lowe just
23,
graduated. I thought he
24, I
graduated a
think.
couple years ago.
I'm surprised he wasn't on the team. Was he on the Wichita State team? Wesley
Yeah.
Lowe?
Yeah.
No way. Was he really?
Where have you been?
or no.
I'm talking this
he might
last
have been-
year.
This last year, probably not, because he got his master's, and
Yeah,
I
he
think you
went
have to
for
go.
master's.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so I think he graduated.
Okay. Okay.
Or he
I-
was done with
yeah.
his eligibility last year, and this year he was still going to school, but
Yeah,
he
there
couldn't
you go.
bowl.
That's what I'm saying.
I knew that he was on the Wichita State team. I just did not know if he
Yeah,
was.
That's true.
But when it comes to a Jillian Martin, she's so good right now that you just let Jilly do Jilly things. You don't change anything about anything. So wherever she goes, Wichita State is going to let her be, or if she goes to Wichita State, Nebraska, whatever else, they're going to let her just do her own thing. Like Sean Rash, when he got there,
Yeah, he
you just let him do his own thing. You just let him be on the team, go through the motions, whatever else. And,
I was
you
like,
know,
those are probably people
Poston,
you just help with like lane play strategy or something.
Poston did
Yeah.
the same thing. He's like, you know what? I don't even have to worry about you. You just do your thing and you try to help your teammates out. Poston, I don't think he's not the most skilled or knowledgeable when it comes to coaching, but he is a ridiculously good manager. He makes things happen. He knows how to get pieces in the right places,
See, that's why I
and
think
he
she'll
knows
end
to
up.
get the most out of his players.
Oh yeah, he does for sure. The thing
He
is
has
though,
massive motivation.
she could still
Dear Lord, he has massive motivation.
she could still benefit from a Wichita State strictly due to she still's got some things she could change.
hmm
I think
No.
sometimes she gets a
Everybody
little
always
quick
At the same time,
because if you notice, sometimes in a release, sometimes it's out here, or
Yeah.
sometimes she dumps it,
mhm.
but she still you can see it a lot. Sometimes she gets really fast.
But you know who Poston's got in his back pocket? Russ Wilson, Crystal Wilson. I mean, you want to talk about some legendary people that he's got right in his back pocket that are a
Yep.
phone call or a text away.
Yep.
But I mean, Wichita State's got a bunch of resources, and they got Mark Lewis and Rick Steele-Smith and
Justin Hromick.
Justin Hromick and a bunch of people that are down there too. So
And I think Nathan Bohr is actually coaching there a little bit on the side too, isn't he?
yeah, I think he does a little bit on the side. Plus, Wichita just attracts those. I mean, there's
Barnes,
all the people that Sierra Kanemoto.
Yeah.
That
Komodo Dragon.
yeah.
I saw her down there when we went to
Kanemoto
Swiss.
Dragon.
She bowled with Olivia Sandham. That's another. She was a Wichita State one.
Yeah.
Olivia
Yeah.
Sandham.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, they just the talent pool here, whether she goes to Wichita or Ottawa or whatever else, she needs to end up around here somewhere. So
It's wild that you wouldn't think Kansas is that.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah.
there's nothing else to do in Kansas.
Bowl.
No.
Golf and bowl.
Vanderbilt. Well, that's all I like to do, anyways.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt is another one that would be
Mhm.
the Vanderbilt's a top program for the women, but it's NCAA. In my opinion, all the bowling programs should be NCAA. It's a great collegiate sport. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for crying out loud, look at some of the sports they have.
Yeah.
It's like, how is this NCAA sport and that's not? I don't know. Like the men, there's no men's programs in NCAA. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah, Malcolm knows. He lived there.
Or did
And Kansas City is a whole lot more exciting than the rest of Missouri, Oklahoma, Nebraska, Kansas. Let's see. So
St. Louis is some good area.
we are
too.
2 games in here. Kelly Kulik is down by 18 to Miriam Azaret Zetter Velasco.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
I'm finishing this beer and I'm going to have to dip because
Yeah.
we've got to go to a party.
Kelly is throwing it really well. She also looks really skinny too. So I think Kelly's gonna.
Actually, why don't you go ahead and just shut that off?
Yeah. I think we're
Because you're kind of getting to the rambling stuff here.
we've been rambling the entire time.
I know, but
it went
it's-
south with the gummy bear to start with.
Right off the get-go. We're going to cut the
just
foot off.
right- yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna cut the foot off the gummy bear, and I'm gonna eat most of that
So
gummy bear.
anybody that didn't
Tanner's gonna get some gummy bear, but that gummy bear is really good.
recap anybody that didn't see the show, well, all the show. We started with a 2-pound gummy bear.
Oh, Kelly.
We recapped yesterday's second game of the PBA playoffs. We've had some really good beers, and now
What
we're in
is
the
wrong with
PWBA.
this pair. Liz Culkin's minus 50 after 2. What the heck? But who she's bowling's minus 30. So I mean, this pair must be rough. Because Liz just isn't going to go minus 50 on
So-
anything.
Before we get off here, so good idea. Just thinking, should we do like especially since we're bowling together, for Swiss Trios this year, should we do like a daily recap video of some sort?
Yeah, we can do a recap video. We can do a preview. As soon as they announce the pattern, we can go practice on it and have a little practice session on it and whatever
Not
else.
Gage.
there is. Yeah, just not a gauge. We'll go to Royal Crest.
We bowled on that Friday,
And it was
nothing.
Anywhere close. Not anywhere close.
Gage and North Rock are not the same.
No, but we were hoping to at least get some tendencies.
Lisbeth. Lisbeth is going to take this.
So yeah, we'll have to do some. We'll have to do that. That'll be fun.
I think this should be game 2 for them, but they're moving through game 3 awful quickly if it is.
Okay.
Which would mean if it's not game,
Yeah,
she's a lefty. She's screwed.
Turn up.
Anyway, thanks everybody for hanging out. This was crazy, but we'll be back next week for slightly crazy, but probably less crazy. We'll have next week we'll probably have a more normal topic because the PBA playoffs are going to be over. We've kind of been, working that angle and
it was also one
talking
of those
about some
weeks.
of the bowling stuff.
We just didn't have anything going on this week, and it was just
we didn't have any tournaments to kind of pull up something about, and so next weekend we'll probably go back to the more normal topic driven, a little more serious, helpful. Emily Eckhoff has the front 8.
And we might bowl
Against Aaron
next
McCarthy.
Saturday, correct? At a little sweeper. So yeah, there's something else to talk about if we.
Yeah, we got a little sweeper on Saturday.
If we still go do it, so that'd be fun to talk about, but it's on house. But
I think that they're still in game 2 here. So Liz Culkin must have just shot 140 the first game because otherwise they're moving really, really fast. But so yeah, I would have to think that minus 30 and minus 36 here or minus 33, minus 36 for Aaron McCarthy and Emily Eckhoff. So anyway, we're going to turn this off. I'm going to watch more of this. We're going to eat something, and then the playoff finals are going to be at 1 o'clock Central, 2 p.m. Eastern. So we're thinking Kyle Troop, Sam Cooley. I mean, if Sam Cooley wins, there's not going to be any surprises. She rang a 10 pin.
well, yeah, both of us think Kyle Troop will take Sam Cooley, but wouldn't be surprised the other way.
Yeah, if Sam Cooley wins, then Kyle Troop's a gut pick. It's not really it's so equal across the board. They both bowled really well. They've outbowled everybody else they
Before
bowled
we
against.
leave, Angel, who was your pick? You didn't tell us. Troop. So there it
Troop.
is. There's 3 Troops, and we have a Cooley over there. Was it a Cooley?
I'll take that.
All right, she's got.
Yeah, and
I picked Troop in our bracket.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
So we have 3 troops
A long
and
time ago.
then my wife, who just likes to be different, is a Kool-Aid.
Oh.
So she's.
Yeah. All right, thanks everybody. We will see you next time.
Have a great week.
Yeah, cool.